Sussex began their Friends Life T20 campaign with a 10-run defeat at home to Surrey, who had lost their first match with Hampshire on Wednesday night. Jade Dernbach proving to be the big difference between the two sides. Surrey batted first after winning the toss in Hove, and Jason Roy and Stephen Davis got them off to a decent enough start with some important early boundaries as they put on 32 runs in the first 4 overs, the runs coming off a combination of Scott Styris and Michael Yardy. Chris Jordan was on in the 4th over, and with his 5th delivery, he had Davis caught on the boundary's edge by Luke Wright after making 17. Jordan started his next over by going for a 6 as Roy started to look in very good form. A natural hitter, this short form of the game is tailor-made for his skills. Vikram Solanki also struck one over the ropes, but having said that, overs 8, 9 and 10 were all boundary-less, which meant that Surrey stumbled a little to 74 for 1 at the halfway stage before Solanki was bowled by Dwayne Smith. Smith was then replaced by Chris Liddle, who got the vital wicket of Roy, who was caught behind by Ben Brown for 42 at 87 for 3 with 8 overs remaining. The Sharks were having a good spell when Glenn Maxwell was out 2 balls later. Rory Hamilton-Brown with a catch out in the deep against his former team. Smith then came back on and kept things tight before bagging the wicket of Zafar Ansari to end with figures of 2 for 11 from the 3 overs he was given by Chris Nash. With 21 balls to go, Surrey were on 115 for 5, but some smart cricket from Gary Wilson and Azhar Mahmood lifted the total up. Wilson hoiked Jordan for a 6, while Mahmood added a couple of 4s as his side looked to finish their innings off strongly. To that end, they were further aided by a second 6 for Wilson, again off Jordan, whose last 2 overs were smashed for 32 runs, as this pair added a speedy 42 at 2 runs per ball. It was a strong finish, although Wilson was out to the last delivery for a 20-ball 31, Mahmood making 23 off 13 as Surrey ended on a challenging 157 for 6 from their 20 overs. Nash then offered a good start for his team in their reply. He struck 3 4s off his first 7 deliveries, but was then out at the end of the second over as he was held by Wilson off Mahmood, those two combining as well in the field as they did with the bat in their hands. Hamilton-Brown may have had a point to prove against his former county, and he certainly enjoyed taking on Xander de Brain. This 6 was followed by 2 other 4s in the bowler's first over, which went for 15 runs. But Dernbach had instant success when he was brought into the attack in the 6th over. Luke Wright gave Wilson his second catch, as Wright went for 11. And the big-hitting Smith crucially followed at the end of the same over, as he was adjudged to be LBW with the total on 44 for 3 after 6 overs, the target now 114 from the final 14. Dernbach had figures of 2 for 7 from 2 overs, but Hamilton-Brown and Yardy had more success against Gareth Batty. This 6 for Hamilton-Brown meant that 17 runs came off the spinner's first over, which helped Sussex's cause no end. The former Surrey skipper had made 34 off only 24 balls when he was out, losing his middle stump to de Brain with a total on 81 for 4 midway through over number 12. A tense finish looked on the cards, although with Styris back in Sussex colours and striking the ball as well as he did last year, the home side just edged themselves ahead in their chase. Yardy ran well with just the occasional boundary, while the Kiwi took on all comers with 3 massive boundary clearers coming in the space of 4 overs, which meant that this pair gave their side a great chance with a rapid stand of 56 in 6 overs. Indeed, this pair took the runs required down to 21 off 15 balls, but then, just at the wrong time, Styris holed out off de Brain to go for an exhilarating 35, which had occupied just 19 deliveries. It was, though, the big wicket as Sussex's charge was suddenly derailed. On 139 for 5 with 2 overs remaining, they now needed just 19 more, but only 5 runs then came off the next 9 balls. Yardy was run out coming back for a second with just 3 to go. He went for a runner ball 44. While Dernbach then cleaned up Matt Maton with the last ball, by which time the game was already lost. The penultimate over had brought only 4 runs, and so did the last, as Dernbach ended with 3 for 15 from his very impressive 4 overs. It was sensational bowling at the death which had done it for Surrey, who took the game by 10 runs with Sussex finishing on 147 for 7. The Sharks don't have to wait too long though to try to get their season underway. They now travel to Lords on Sunday.